Greetings everyone, hello and welcome back to the Guild 3. Take a cup of coffee, sit back, relax and enjoy our Tino Belair, the journey of Tino Belair. On its way hopefully to Sovereign, or at least to some higher offices and to a million? I don't know, we'll just see if we can get rich. On our way right now though to one of these city markets of Dijon. This is where we are playing right now in the year 1406. And of course we're here with a very good reason, or for a very good reason. That's because prices in the city are way higher than in the countryside. And right now we are stuffed with some herb tea, our specialty that we produce right now. And in the new town market we can actually achieve quite some good prices here. So let's just have a look at that. We're here, and as we can see our price here is 49. In our local market we would only get around 27 to 30 out of that. So easily quite a lot more money. That's another 2,000, leading us to 5,000 on the coin. Hooray. And of course we're going to send him, right back to my rotten tooth, where, well, my diligent workers are already in place. So we can actually just enable him here, and he's now coming back to Dijon, producing us some soap. Now, that's of course quite a distance, right? So it's not going to be feasible to do this all the time, because you really lose that workforce for a long time. So we might need to think about some more efficient production and transportation lines to the city. But for now, I'm happy with the profit. We're also having 142 influence. That's actually pretty great. With influence, as we can see, we can enable us a new profession, right? It would cost me 500, and with that we could enable one of the other profession trees that we have and learn something else. We could also go ahead and get us some social skills, like here, a 10% reputation bonus for 50 influence, the ambitious one. The free cities allow people to throw off the shackles that force so many of them into the old status quo, thus preventing them from developing their intellects to achieve prosperity and influence. We're ambitious, and we're going to unlock us this. We can do this with the yeoman title that we have, and we get 10% more reputation now throughout the game. And that means also with all the other dynasties that we have in this game. Some of them, as we can see, do like us not so much anymore. Some of them really like us, some of them it's already negative. That means at some points they could go into a feud with us and attack us directly. Right now, it's still, safe. Some of them are already in the politics, like this one here. Robert Elegon, he is a town clerk already. So of course my competitors, they also start here in the lower areas. So we can see this with the banners that we have here. So Devon, for example, would be one, right? These ones here are non-players, more or less. So, but these are dynasties. So 2 dynastic competitors are already in business, in politics here. We need to be careful about that. Now, we're still on the way, of course. It's taking a while. Also, we are, Penelope. She's working hard now in our own family-owned business. Preparing baths for people. Making money. She can actually do this all day, every day, right? So there is no reason why she shouldn't do this. And she can do it 24 hours per day. That's the great thing about it. We're still stocking up on Jasmine. I don't know. I'm going to put Jasmine off my order list for now. There seems to be something wrong with the ordering, because they just produce too much of that. I don't like that. No can do. In the herb hut, meanwhile, we are also having more and more herb tea. That's great. And we might be working on one of the other ones coming in. Now with the money we have, we have already built us another business. That's the barbaric Barbars. Let's have a look at that. Over here, it's the only barber in town at the moment still, which is helping us. So customers we have, of course. 2 are waiting right now. And we can hire now a 4th worker. Let's do this. There you go. To also start producing us rose water, right? So we have now some honey in here as well, and produce the soap and the rose water to make more profit out of that. Another business fully staffed now. There's no more slots available. I could actually enable customer satisfaction boost. With that, customers are more satisfied. With the barbaric barbers, it's probably not that important. But with the rotten tooth, this is actually quite important, because of course we have competition in Dole, right? So this will help out. What we can also see is the city of Dole is continuing to grow. There's another croft coming out, so my other competitors are quite successful so far, building more and more houses. It's all kind of growing together here. And of course, we also want to kind of like continue with the expansion. Now, what I can do is not really that much, honestly. We can, of course, go ahead and scooty poop around with my wife once more, producing babies. And this is actually possible. And we should do this, of course, as often as possible. Not only because it's fun, but also because our survival depends on that. Right now, we're wild rose collecting once again. So once I'm back, we're probably going to drag my wife back to my cottage, to my crude carpentry, and have some fun. What we can do in the meantime is purchasing us a new title. We are already at the business limit once more, so I cannot do any do much more. So a resident title might come in handy. This one here opens up the public relations service, so we can have a speech to other people. And we also get another business limit. Residents reside near a city and cultivate the lands owned by the city for the ruling class. And this is actually the last title on our way to citizen. There we have it. It was quite expensive. And we're a resident now. We're climbing up in the ranks. With that, we also get some new, I think, new resident buildings available. And we should be able to check it out. Where's my resident buildings? Others. Well, I think we haven't unlocked anything else though. Oh! I hear some fighting. There is some fighting. They're fighting against each other. Fortunately, that's not us, and he was not killed yet, but he was heavily damaged and probably robbed as well. Yeah, life is not so simple after all. It's getting late that day again, so I'm looking at my barbaric barbers. We haven't sold anything here yet, so I would like to do this. One of them is not attending customers. Yep, he's producing rose water, so we can use Louis. And he's going to sell us some rose water and some soap to the local market. We would get 56 out of that in the old town. Let's just check out how much we get in Chalot. And how far would the city be away? I think quite a bit. So 56 in the city. And here it's 42. That's quite the difference, right? But he can't work there for a long time. Let's get to this market here, Lower City, where we get the higher price. It's not that far. Let's do this journey. And off he goes. Hopefully without any incidents. Alright, we still also have enough honey, so I don't need to worry about that. I think this is also going to be quite profitable. Next day we can then have a look at my finances a bit. Guild of Craftsmanship. Craftsmen will return soon, however the participants need a while longer. Alright, we are not part of that. There is also a war imminent. The city is gathering their troops for an assault on one of their enemies. As their allies, we will stand at their side. This call goes to the righteous citizens of our city and all landsquents alike, and to our honorable and combat-proof nobles. We could join at the arsenal if we had at least the citizen title to go for some adventure. Nah, I'm not that up for adventure. I'd rather make some money here. And yep, it is a snowstorm. The Lord is punishing us with a bitterly cold winter, hailstorms and blizzards. You'd better make sure your buildings can withstand these harsh conditions. So this only really means that if we don't have enough weather protection, my buildings will lose some of their condition, right? So as you can see, we already lost some. We're at 392 hit points out of 450. If this goes to 0, the building is destroyed. So we do need to have some protection against that, either with, I think, well, not fire protection, building condition, there it is. And reinforced beams will increase the building's maximum condition. We can do this for 500, but I'm not needing that right now. I don't need that so urgently, as we're still having a lot of hit points left. Alright, he's collecting the flowers really long. Take your time. And it also takes quite some time now to reach the next level. So there, he's got it. Perfect. Get back home. It's cold, really. Meanwhile, we have reached the market. And we can sell now the rose water for 53, okay. Getting 1060 out of that. And the soap for 19 for 380. Let's just see. Perhaps there's also some honey for a price of 9. Let's purchase all of it. And you can go back home then again. Oh, he's actually going to sleep now. That's fine. It is already 10 o'clock. Yeah, was a profitable day once more, as we're sitting on 4,000 coin right now. And so it is in winter 1407 that Penelope is pregnant once more. How did that happen? Well, we had some fun, of course. And with that, she's just jolly good and hopefully producing us another heir soon. Look at my heirs, there we have him, right? So even Belair, and he still is 0 years old. However, he already has some good traits there. Productivity is not that great with him. But his reputation bonus is really high. With Tino, in the meantime, we have a lot of soap, so I would like to sell this. 23 it would be... No! The market is buying in Chalon is the highest buying right now, the highest price. With 23, and here on Dole we have 3 Barbars here, right? It's 16, yeah, to 23. With 40 volume, there is a difference, of course, right? But Chalon is really far away, so I'm going to take the price here. What's up? Because we have so much to sell there, really, and I don't want to take the journey. There's another 40 that we can sell, and after that, it would be another 40. Alright, let's sell these 40, and for the remaining then, I will have need to use a new technique then. Yeah, Tino, you can go back and continue working. He's going to collect some ingredients again. And what we can do now is probably purchasing... Oh, wait a second. No, we have money. Let's actually make a church donation. We could also bribe an official, and we would get, oh, quite a lot, 500 reputation out of that. This could be nice. And we don't need the money for anything else. Let's bribe an official. To see that we get a good chance out of that somewhere. Who's bribable? Denise Olar, she would be 72%, which is really not that high.
Do you want to trade? What do you want?
70%. No, this is not looking good. A lot of money for a pretty high risk. What's the church donation? 1,500 for 38 influence. So this is pathetic. This wouldn't get me anywhere, right? Yeah, no can do at the moment. We do need, however, 250 influence for the citizen title at some point. Let's have another day working. And the sun goes up again. It's 5 o'clock in the morning. It's really cold, bitterly cold. Business though is booming, and we have a couple of things to further improve that. First one, since we have so much money, I would like to invest a bit more now into customer satisfaction. Right, so we're having the highest level here now. Install an expensive counter in your front store, both to lay out your wares attractively and to amaze your customers. This will increase the business customer satisfaction by 10. And we can also invest a bit to increase the productivity by 5% each. That's still a very high price for another 5%, so not doing that yet. Another thing I would like to do is finally hiring us a transporter. This is going to be pretty important, and I think we have now the right volume for that. There's the transporter. As we can see, he's adhering to storage rules right away, selling jasmine. That's not good. Let's have a look at my storage rules, where there's actually a deciding here what is being sold. So jasmine, wild rose, we're definitely not going to sell. And barber soap, we're going to have a minimum of at least 3 in my storage all the time for my customers. Let's make it 5, since there's a lot of customers and demand for that is pretty high. For honey, I'm going to say a minimum of 20, and then you can purchase that, right? So the transporter is now automatically making sure that we always have enough in the store, purchasing that, like honey, but also selling the surplus, right? So let's adhere to storage rules, and as we can see, now she takes the 20 soap. And let's just see what she does with that. Because I think there is a pretty cool mechanic. Yes. She's automatically now going to the market with the highest price for my product. Right? So she's going to sell those 40 soap now. Can we see where she's going to? I think we can't see that. So we just have to wait and see where she's going. Now, that's not all that I want to do with her though. So we're going to also purchase her something. And I guess a riding horse would be amazing. And a carrying bag. We could also purchase her a horse-drawn cart. So then she would actually use a cart on a horse. She can take twice as many products with her. And she can go way faster. 3,000 is still quite a lot. So carrying bag is something we could start with. This would be something for my transporter. Of course, we can use her also for my other businesses manually. She's going to Charlotte. Very good. There's the highest price for soap right now. She's going to do this a few times, I think. Let's actually make the Barbar soap to 20. No, let's make 10. I'm not entirely sure. She was definitely going to sell all of it until she's at 10. So I rather keep that a bit high there. Barbar soap is fine. Rosewater is fine front storage wise. Not much else we need to do here. Yes, there might be the need for transporter in the herb as well. Or we use the transporter for that. Let's see. I will also need to get the jasmine in here again. Make it 20. And let's say this here 40. Right, so that we always produce more wild rose. Alright. How's it looking then in the barbaric barbers? Is he back? He is back with... And he also, very good, unloaded the honey automatically. That is well. And also producing soap now. Oh, and we got 23 rose water. Might be worth it to hire a transporter for this one too. We'll just see. Transporters do cost me wage. So with 4 workers, it's probably worth it. You could also just do it manually from time to time. Details of a medieval village. During a walk through the city, you see a man whistling merrily as he knocks on a door and calls out, "Open, my dear wife, for I'm home again." As the man enters the house, a window on the first floor opens and a half-naked man with a bundle of clothes under his arm hurriedly climbs out. Meanwhile, Elizabeth is coming back home with also 20 honey on board that she purchased for my barbershop. Now she's here and she's probably going to unload it and is probably going to load then the soap on it again. There it is. Now I want to have her do some upgrades. So let's send her to the market manually. And there we can see it. We could purchase her a riding horse, so she would be way faster. We could also say a carrying bag, so she could carry more. Let's give her a riding horse. Since she's going for quite some distances, it might be worth it putting that on her, so that she can take those distances faster for 1,600 coin. There you go. And you can now continue on your journey again. And there she is, on horseback, on her way to Chalot once more. Also, of course, it's safer. You're less likely to get robbed when you're on a horse. Well, and with the horse, she's actually taking an even bigger distance than before, right? Going an even bigger distance than before to the next market over here in Newtown, where she probably gets even a higher price with 21. So that's 5 per product, right? So it's definitely quite the distance and quite the profit that we make out of that. And she can take this several times a day thanks to the horse. Still have plenty of space in the city. That's great for us. With Tino, he's gathering. Now he's on his way to gather right now. Let's just check it out. I would like to 3-8, we cannot bribe an official right now. I might be thinking about a church donation. We could also probably do something for the business. Drive my workers, that would give me some reputation. But that's it. Influence-wise, it's not looking that great. Public relations. The mob, the righteous people have a hard time these days. So we could use this on a market, I think. Close to them. No, doesn't do anything, unfortunately. Alright, no public relations for now. Very good, we got a daughter. Margaret is alive, is coming to life. She also has dexterity and perception skill boosts. I'll take that. And yeah, as we can see, there are the two now, second generation. So if I die, we have now an heir finally. And he even is 1. And yeah, growing happily, I think. He still doesn't exist really in the game yet. He's too young for that. Now, we want to continue with a few more expansions, right? The first one is we have money. And that I can use right away to purchase me some new titles. And that is the Barbar 2. The Barbar provides relaxation and bodily cleansing, like a bath in the hot tub and a haircut. And with this we can make bat blood, jasmine oil and grease paint. That's new products. And I would also like to go ahead with the herbalism. This unlocks the shadow dagger and the herb bandage. That's pretty cool. Because with that, in my herb hut, we can have a look at that. There it is, the herb bandage. And what I can see is, it's twice as profitable, or it does sell for almost twice as much. We do need, however, flax that we need to purchase. And flax costs me 11 coin. Yeah, that reduces, of course, the profit there a bit. But still, it is a profit. We could also collect some swamp root here. Oh, look at that, we're full. We have so much water that we need to throw away, and we don't have a transporter. Let's hire a transporter for the herb hut here too. That is also adhering now to storage rules. And let's just check it out. We keep 5 and the rest we sell. We're going to not sell mixed herbs. We're not going to sell rock lily, lavender, dagger, bucket of water. We could purchase bucket of water. That would save us some time. It's cheap, right? 5 only. We do need flax, so we are going to say purchase a minimum of 20 to a maximum of 40. And procure that flax, right? That we need for the new product. And herb bandages, keep 5 and sell it to a minimum of 5. No blackberry selling, please. Perfect. So this transport is also on its way now for the herb tea. 40 of that already. This is going to be quite the income. So I definitely want to watch. It's still Gerard though, so he doesn't have a horse or anything. And then we have the flax that comes in now, right? So now we can also choose then herb bandages. For that we need the mixed herbs and the flax. And then we can actually produce this. We'll just see how it goes. The mixed herbs, that production we can still keep intact. I would probably... No, that looks fine. Probably could keep it like that for the moment. That should produce us some nice amount of money there again. And he's to Newtown on his way. He's actually also taking quite the distance, but without a horse. Yeah, not great, of course. Alright, we also have some new products in the Barbar hut. So we have the jasmine oil now. For jasmine we can sell this. It's more worth it than, yeah, soap. And, honey costs 6. Yeah, rose water is still more profitable than jasmine oil. And the bat blood is, yeah, something that is not worth anything, really. But it doesn't, yeah, need anything, right? So we can just procure it from bats that we hunt down, I guess. The day is over, once again, winter 1407. My workers are laying to rest. Tino will have a busy night ahead of him, as a lot of soap is in our storage, and we have a lot of people to tend to, of course.
I'm busy.
I think with Penelope we could also... Yeah, she could also produce us influence. We have 7,300, I think. We just sold the herb tea. So... try this out. Perhaps she's better at this. 67 is still very low.
Yes?
77.
What is it?
77 would be good. However, the person is sleeping right now, so I cannot get to him. So what we can do in the meantime is I can say jasmine oil production. We always have too much jasmine anyway, and I can say produce 10 of that as well. As there is at least a bit of a price on it, more than the soap anyway. So what we also need to do, of course, for this is going into my storage rules. Jasmine is, yeah, let's keep a minimum stock of 2. And of course you can sell it any way you want to, please. That's that. Alright, it's also time to have a quick look at my finance, my budget book. And I want to see how much profit we made in the last year. That was year 47. And as we can see, we made a total profit of 3,100. My businesses made 4,660, but my family expenses were 1,500. I think that was the horse. Was it the horse? Family? For title? Ah, title we purchased, and the skills we purchased, right? That was that, mostly. We can also see that the Rotten Tooth produces, yeah, the same actually as the Barbaric Barbers, just on a lower level, the Barbaric Barbers. And the Charlatan also produces more than it costs me. However, the revenue is not the biggest one at the moment. But at least it's 3 businesses working for us so far. This is that. I'm going to wait a bit, and then we're probably going to try our luck on some bribing. We have almost the money. And I'm going to use Tino for that, and perhaps we have someone that is awake now. 72 we have one. 70, 70, 72, and they're all sleeping here. 72. It's hard. But I need the influence. Let's try it out. Yes. The money's lost right away, which is a bit strange, because if it fails, or if we get blocked on the way to that, the money's gone, yes, as well. So, that's that. Hopefully we are not getting blocked. And hopefully she's not busy anywhere. We're just going to wait now and see what happens. This bag of coins was just lying on the ground.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, indeed. It could be my purse. Thank you very much. And it was successful. We gained 540 influence. And also some experience points. Perfect. He was quite forthcoming for us. Dino, you can continue with your business practices here. And we have a bit of influence that we can now use on a new title. And with that, a new profession. And probably also access to the city. Stay tuned.